Hi everyone, welcome back to iRender. Is your Blender rendering too slow? Heavy scenes with 4K resolution, high-resolution textures, complex geometry, and multiple lights can take forever to render. But don't worry, today I'll show you 8 simple tips to speed up Blender rendering without losing quality. We'll test everything on a large production scene and compare render times before and after optimization. Let's get started. First, let's set the baseline for our test. Scene is heavy at 4K resolution, 10 frames, high-res textures, complex geometry, multiple lights. Hardware we got here is NVIDIA RTX 4090 GPU, 256GB RAM, AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro 3955WX CPU. At default Blender settings, rendering this scene took 19 minutes 56 seconds. That's our starting point. Now let's optimize. Tip 1. Sampling and denoising. First, go to render properties greater than sampling. Set noise threshold to around 0.3. Set max samples to about 50. Enable denoising in both viewport and final render. This gives you clean results with fewer samples. Tip 2. Turn off light tree. In render properties greater than sampling greater than light, disable light tree. Light tree helps with complex lighting setups, but for most scenes it just adds overhead. Turning it off makes rendering faster. Tip 3. Adjust light bounces. Go to render properties greater than light paths. Set total bounces to 8, diffuse and glossy to 2. This keeps global illumination realistic, but avoids unnecessary calculations. Tip 4. Adjust pixel size. In render properties greater than pixel filter, change from the default 1.5 pixels to 1.0 pixel. You'll often get sharper images and slightly faster renders. Tip 5. Optimize tile size. Go to render properties greater than performance, greater than tile size. If you're on a weaker machine, for GPU rendering, larger tiles usually render faster. Try 256 by 256 or 512 by 512 for better performance. But on our test setup with an RTX 4090, we actually found that turning off use tiling gave faster renders. Tip 6. Enable persistent data. In render properties greater than performance, check persistent data. This caches geometry and textures between renders, saving time when rendering multiple frames. Tip 7. 4K resolution. If you're rendering in 4K, don't just increase samples. Often, 30 samples at 4K with denoising look better than 100 samples at HD. So render directly at 4K with fewer samples. It's faster and cleaner. Tip 8. Hardware choice. Finally, make sure Blender is using the right hardware. Go to Edit greater than Preferences greater than System and enable your GPU. In render properties, set device equals GPU compute. GPUs like the RTX 4090 are much faster than CPUs for cycles rendering. Okay, now let's compare. With default settings, this heavy scene took 19 minutes and 56 seconds. After applying all of Blender's render optimization tips, the scene now finishes in just 7 minutes and 58 seconds. The average render time per frame before was around 1 minute and 59 seconds, while after applying the 8 tips above, the average render time was only 48 seconds per frame. That's almost 2.5 times faster without any loss in image quality. And that's it. If your Blender renders are too slow, these 8 tips will help you reduce render times and speed up your workflow. Try them in your own projects and let me know in the comments which tip saved you the most time. If you're struggling with long render times or limited hardware, come to iRender to speed up your render with powerful workstations from single to 8 RTX 3090/4090. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow iRender for more practical tests like this. iRender. Happy rendering, happy creating.